Hey everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be a look inside one of our brand new novel studies for The Westing Game. So in addition to this novel study, the only other thing that you are going to need is going to be a copy of the book The Westing Game by Ellen Raskin. You can have it in paperback, hardback, ebook, audiobook, whatever your preference is. You just need some way to read the book. Inside the novel study, you're going to find lesson plans. These are going to tell you what chapters to read and when to do each of the different activities. You're also going to find cross-curricular connections. This is my personal favorite because it gives you at least 2 ideas of ways to bring the book to life and relate it to math, writing, social studies, science, art, and music. A place for your child to keep some of their favorite quotes from the book. And then for 5 weeks, you're going to have a very similar layout. So you're going to have copy work with a teaching point, vocabulary of some kind, creative writing, comprehension, and a summary of the chapters that you read that week. So here's just another look at week 2. Again, it's just going to kind of change depending on what you read that week and what was going on in the story. And then weeks 3, 4, and 5 are very similar. You're always going to have copy work. You're always going to have some form of vocabulary work, some kind of creative writing or drawing project, comprehensions from the chapters read, and then a summary. Once you finish week 5, which also means you have finished reading the book, you are going to go into week 6 doing some more fun kind of whole book activities. So we have a word search, a crossword puzzle. We're going to be designing a new book cover for The Westing Game. We're going to be talking about story setting and describing the story setting. Talking about themes, picking the themes, and finding supporting examples for that theme from the story. Plotting the story in detail. Picking a character and doing a character analysis. Writing a persuasive book review. And so this is either going to be recommending or not recommending this book to somebody. Watching the movie and doing a book and movie comparison. And then having some book and movie discussions as well. Then there is always going to be a figurative language activity. So this kind of goes over the different types of figurative language. This is using the book for figurative language, and then it gives you the directions for how to do the hands-on activity. So you're going to have cards that have all the different types of figurative language on them. And you are simply going to sort examples from the book into their respective types of figurative language. So like if that was a simile, you would put it there. If that was a hyperbole, you'd match it to the hyperbole. So there's 20 different examples. And then an answer key to that. There are also some final project suggestions for after you have finished reading the book, ways to kind of do like a report of types. You can do author research, you can write a play, you can create a sequel, create a board game, write an alternate ending, just all kinds of different ways that you can bring the book to life. And then there is also an answer key for all of those activities that we did weeks 1 through 5.